Chapter 5. 4:35 a.m. 1. Back in the car now, with Max in the back and this weird guy driving. So, how do I get back to yours? The guy asks Max in the rearview mirror. Oh, we're just round the corner. Next right, and then it's on your left. Max did well considering there isn't any sign of the sun yet. Within 1 minute we're outside Max's, and the talk was kept to a minimum. Where are you off to now? I asked the driver out of curiosity. Well, I think I'm going to ditch the Amber Way trip and go to Edinburgh. Oh, why? I ask. Just because I can, he says with a cocky tone. Hang on. I've got an idea. World's End, aka Grimsby, is surely on the way to Edinburgh. It's in the same direction at least. I get it up on my maps and see it's a bit of a detour, but fuck it. I may as well ask the guy. He may want company for half of his trip. If you're going Edinburgh, why don't you drop me halfway in Grimsby? I will pay for petrol. That's a lie. I have no money. But this guy seems like he may not check. I don't know. He seems sceptical. Come on, let's do it. I look into the shadows in the back. Do you want to come, Max? I would, Mike, but I'm seeing my stepmom today. I wait in silence while this guy makes up his mind. I could always steal the car. Max, go grab my stuff while this guy thinks, I told his silhouette. Oh, okay. Won't be long. Max obliges. I watch as Max stumbles out the back, materialised by the car's internal lights, and says that he won't be too long. Now it's just me and this strange guy. 2. So, mate, what do you think? I keep pressure on, see if he breaks. You can see his cogs turning. You got directions? He asked me stupidly. Of course, I replied. How long does it take? 2.5 hours to World's End, and then another 3 hours to Edinburgh. This fool isn't checking my answers. World's End? He asked curiously. Grimsby. It's my nickname for it. He smirks and goes quiet, and you can see his jaw working while he thinks. Fuck it, let's do it. Should go quicker with company. He suddenly blurts out. Oh, it will be an interesting ride. Trust me. Well, that's sorted. Just got to wait for Max to hurry up. 3. The reason why I wanted to go down World's End is to surprise Julie. I know me and her are not together, but we're still talking, and her and the baby are in hospital, due to the little one having broncho. Broncho is like a severe version of asthma. It's hard for a first-time mother to go through that alone. So hopefully I will be a nice shoulder to cry on whenever she goes out for a smoke. 4. Max returns a few minutes later with my stuff. About time. Hey, I put everything in your bag. Max manages. He passes me my backpack and a bag with my clothes in, as well as a few bits of my stuff that he threw in. I shove everything but my tobacco in the back seat. We're going to be off now, I tell Max. Oh, okay. See you soon. Yeah, sure. Max stands back, and I close the car door. Ready when you are, I tell the driver. You got the directions? He asked me again. Of course, I said with an edge to my voice. The guy starts the car, tries to pull off and stalls. Sorry. He looks at me with a guilty look on his face. I only passed my test 3 months ago. I would have never guessed, with how well you drove here. I'm trying my best to be nice. He isn't a great driver, but we made a 1-minute journey in one piece. Let's see how he goes. Got to have some confidence in the guy. He is driving me all this way, of course. Second try and we're off. I see Max in the side mirror going into his place. The shitty door must have worked this time, or someone let him in. I leave Max's room and shared bathroom behind. He suggested I get a room there. I said no. I'd rather off myself than live with Max. 5. Why are you going Edinburgh then? I asked when the silence got too deafening for my liking. The guy seems to consider his answer and then says, just to get away from some trouble from where I'm from. I follow up with, and where is that exactly? Once again, he contemplates before he answers, you don't have to tell me. A tactical prompt. West Bromwich could be a lie, but I let it slide because I need Mr. Northern Ireland. It all goes quiet again apart from my directions directing him out of Birmingham. So, in between my directions, I tell him why I want to go to World's End and what happened the last time I was there. 6. Basically, I just tell him how I got Lennon Bold to confess to crimes in a recording I took, and that Julie and the little one are in the hospital. So, this Lennon guy is going to get arrested, he asks me. Mr. Northern Ireland is stupid too, it seems. I would have thought so. Yes, considering all I just told you about the threats of death and other things I got on record. Oh, I see. He glances at me, and then puts his eyes back on the road. 7. Next left, I direct. It went back to the only dialogue of our conversation being the directions I gave from looking at my phone in the passenger seat. You can tell this guy is a new driver from how many times he almost misses a turn or goes into the wrong gear, so I try something. Can I drive? I ask him. You can drive? He returns a question while looking dumbfounded. Yes, I can drive. I say bluntly and add, even though I've been through 4 cars in under a year and a half. Really? How did you do that? Now his interest has peaked. Well, that is a story. I go through the 4 cars with him. 8. First, the Nissan Almera, my favourite and oldest. The car was older than me, in fact. That one I just ran into the ground, and then it kept fucking up because it was old, and had over 110,000 miles on the dash. Then it was scrapped. After that was the Hyundai i10 that my mother's partner gave to me when they got their disability car. I wrecked it by driving like a maniac with it. I also got pulled over while teaching my friend, Elise, how to drive. We both got done for driving with no insurance. The piggies impounded the piece of crap. I paid $1,000 to get it out 3 days later, and then the piece of shit broke down in Peterborough when I was taking Jerome to see his cow of an ex. This car too was also later scrapped. This one wasn't mine, and happened before I had to scrap the Hyundai. I totaled a brand new Nissan Juke, my mother's disability car. Got an aggravated TW Oak taken without owner's consent, but was only charged with a conditional caution. Most recently was my prized possession, a Vauxhall Astra. It was a lovely car, but it was made to be a dangerous piece of machinery. I racked up over 6,000 miles in 4 weeks, mainly travelling the country with Jerome, exploring and clubbing. In the short 4 weeks of having that car, the engine light came on. It needed new tyres. The coolant pipe fell off. That was fun. And the brakes failed twice. The second time the brakes failed was the last time that car ever drove. Me and Courtney had just finished some naughty business back at my old home and were going to pick Jerome and his girlfriend at the time up to go bowling. Courtney loved seeing me show off in the car and asked me to drift into his street. I stupidly did it, and the brakes failed, as well as the steering wheel locking, and I went through Jerome's street sign and ended up hitting a crazy lady's house. She was fine, and so was the house, minus her internet, which was disconnected. The car, though, well, that was done for. 9. All those stories took about 5 minutes for me to tell, while giving the directions, and Mr. Northern Ireland kept quiet apart from a few interested grunts. When I was done, he pretended to sound shocked and said, "Wow, that's a lot for such a short amount of time. I've also got 16 speeding tickets, 3 bus lane fines, and 1 driving without due diligence and care. Oh God, funny. He seems genuinely shocked now. Trust me, I know. Let's try again. I miss driving and would love to give you a break. I don't think so. Not with your track record. Rude. Hey, all those wrecked cars weren't my fault. Apart from the TWOC, but I was drunk and going down a country road at night at 60 miles per hour. I just didn't see the giveaway sign in time. And I did the offences because I'm losing my licence anyways. But currently, I've got a clean licence. No, I can't, he insists. Why? I can sense there's more. He does his thinking thing again. I wait, and eventually he tells me, it's my dad's car. I knew there was more. Does he know you have it? No. I'm interested now. When will he know it's missing? About 9 a.m. Perfect. I will be in World's End by then. Why did you take it? Maybe there's more to Mr. Northern Ireland than there seems. I don't know. Maybe I should go back. No. What? Wait. Why? I don't know what else to say. He thinks before he says, it's not just because I took my dad's car. I did a twok too, and I should go back and admit to it. Oh, okay. When was this? I ask now. I'm intrigued. 24th June, this year. I do the maths in my head, and that's just about 3 months ago, and he told me he has only been driving for 3 months. Must be another lie, but I don't point it out. I just say, if you got away with it, I wouldn't go back and admit it. He takes his eyes off the road and says, I don't know. This dude doesn't seem to know anything. Let's see if he has any background to his lies. Whose car did you steal? A cunt's from work. Oh, some anger. What did he do to deserve it? I know I can't say much. I stole my own mother's disability car, but still. He stole my work tools. He says this in the calmest manner. Seems a bit of a pathetic reason, but I don't push for more. 10. The car goes back to the only noise being the grumble of the engine. We're on the long slip road to the M6 motorway out of Birmingham now. You know you're a really good driver for just 3 months, I tell him. He smiles, glances at me and says, You really think so? Yeah, you would never know. He likes this. 3rd exit, straight on. Now I'm the one smiling. He takes the roundabout at speed, and luckily there aren't many cars on the road, so there's room for mistakes, meaning he goes through the lanes like a kid trying to keep in the lines of a paint-by-numbers. Going down the filter lane of the motorway, he smoothly joins the traffic on the M6. It's clear, and he's doing just under 70, which is the limit. To egg him on a bit more, I say, why don't you push it a bit, see what the car can handle? I will tell you when the speed cameras come up. You sure? He grins. Yeah. I return the grin, and he puts his foot down and doesn't look back. There is no more mention of going back now.